नमोस्तुते व्यासविशालबुद्धे फुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्रं येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्ण प्रज्वलितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः। ॐ गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ध्यानमूलं गुरुर्मूर्तिः पूजामूलं गुरोः पदम् मंत्रमूलं गुरुर्वाक्यं मोक्षमूलं गुरोः कृपा। ॐ कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं। हरि ओम। सद्गुरु भगवान की जय। कृष्ण भगवान की जय। सच्चिदानंद भगवान की जय। गीता माता की जय। हरि ओम। श्रीमद् भगवद गीता 4th chapter we discussed yesterday, the 10th stanza. बीतराग भय क्रोधा मनमया मामुपासिताः बहवो ज्ञान तपसा पूता मद्भावमागता. There are so many who have been purified by the fire of knowledge and have come to me, who are devoid of attachment, fear and anger. They came to me and they have attained me. There are many. Yesterday also we discussed a little on the 11th stanza. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam tatheva bhajamyaham mama vartmanu vartante manusyaha partha sarvasaha. In whatever way men approach me, even so do I reward them. My path do men tread in all ways, O Arjuna. This yesterday we saw, whatever path you may choose according to your choice, according to the circumstances, in the end you will come to me. आकाशात् पतितं तोयं यथा गच्छति सागरं सर्वदेव नमस्कारं केशवं पति गच्छति. Just as the raindrops fallen from the sky get collected somehow or other, somewhere or other, and in the end they reach the ocean, the source. Similarly, all the worship to any god according to your choice, your devotion, your faith, all those worship is only to the absolute truth, because he is the absolute substratum, the source of everything. So in this way, whosoever approach the absolute Lord in whatever manner, similarly they get rewards, means the results, and also all the devotees whosoever do anything in any way, they worship only the absolute. All the people tread my path only. I reward men by bestowing on them the objects they desire in accordance with their ways and the motives with which they seek me. Here, people we have seen in the path of devotion, many people have many different relationships with the Lord. Meera had different relationship. Kabir had different relationships. Other devotees have different relationships. Some devotees are there, the devotees. Small children, their hearts are so pure. They believe whatever they hear. The story of Dhruva, the prince, 5 years old boy, he goes to the jungles and he gets the darshan of Lord Vishnu by faith only, one-pointed faith. He believed his mother that God abides in jungles, and he went to search for God, and Narad, the celestial monk, came to his risk and told the path how to attain God, and he obeyed him also, and he did austerities total with one-pointed mind, and he got everything. He wanted to sit on the lap of his father, the king, and he got a constant place which is eternally unmovable. Constancy is called Dhruva. Dhruva means constancy. So he attained that state, and now the pole star, he guides everyone in every respect. So that faith, one-pointed faith, but that faith also has different relationships with the God. So accordingly, the people get the result. A small story. There was a small boy. He used to go to school, some lower primary, some second, third form he was studying. And there was some occasion, some celebration in the school. The teacher said, tomorrow everybody should bring a lota full of milk for the celebration. All the children are requested to bring some milk. The boy comes home and says to her mother, I want some milk. But he was so poor. He had no cows, nothing, no money to purchase the milk also. So the mother said to the child, my dear, he had to pass through a small patch of some forest, and then comes the school. So when he gets a little afraid, all alone he has to go to the school. When he gets afraid, he used to ask his mother, Mother, when I get afraid, what to do? No, your friend Gopal is there in the jungle. If you call him, he will help you. So he used to shout at Gopal, and he gets rid of fear and goes every day. And that day, mother told, my dear child, we are so poor, we cannot afford to give milk, you see. Your friend Gopal, he has plenty of cows and he is the master of all the milk. So you can call him and he will give you milk. Just to console him, somehow or other he must go to school without milk. That was the motive of the mother. But the child believed his mother's words, and he went. While going in the midst of that forest, he thought of milk, what to do. If I don't take milk, my teacher will bang me, he will beat me. He had told me yesterday, so somehow I have to take some milk. He shouted, Gopal, Gopal, Gopal. Nobody hears. He thought Gopal may be somewhere away. So he shouted still louder. He was tired. Then he got angry. Gopal! Are you deaf, dumb? What has happened to you? Huh? I am shouting so loudly. Are you not able to hear me? Are you coming or not? If I see you, I will take revenge. Mind. Don't forget, I am very dangerous. I am your friend. Have you forgotten it? You have to come, shouted, cried aloud, and he was just confused with anger. If I see him, I'll beat him left and right. Are you coming or you are expecting some blows? With one-pointed faith, the boy Gopal had to come. Somebody shouted from the woods, Yes, yes, my dear friend, I am coming, wait. Yes, you are delaying, come soon. Some lucky child with curly hairs, beautiful, with a lota full of milk, is coming quickly. Yes, my dear. My house is too far. How can I hear you? When you shouted loudly, I could hear only. So I am coming running. Don't get angry. See, take this milk. And then the boy cooled down. And okay. You must hear my voice, you know. Sometimes I get afraid all alone in the jungle. So you have to come and help me. Will you? Yes, my dear. The boy gives the milk and disappears in the woods, and then the boy come and gave the milk, and all others milk they poured in the big vessel, and when this fellow's milk they were pouring, it was not ending. God wanted to show his faith. So the teacher asked, "What is this? Where from you got this milk? What happened? Where from you got this milk?" "No, my friend gave me. We are poor fellows, we don't have milk. My mother asked me, my friend is living there in the jungle, and when I shout at him, he helps me. And he came today and gave this. I don't know where he stays." Then the truth came to be known to everyone. He was only Lord Gopal. This is how, as per the faith, devotion and relationship with God, even though you know nothing about Him, yet He responds. The way you think of Lord, He thinks of you in the same way. Ye yathamam prapadyante tam tatheva bhajamyaham. Many other, some children, they fed the stone idols. Lord has to appear there. Many such real incidents from the stories of the devotees' life. This happens in reality in our relative world also. So of course God is all-pervading, omniscient, omnipresent, so He knows everything. And what according to one's feelings, motives and desires, He gives the rewards in return. That is what He says, gold and silver, he will get only milk. He will come in the form of a cowherd boy. Surdas also, when he was going to Vrindavan, he took out his eyes and threw. He became blind, and when he was unable to tread the path, Gopal came to his risk. A boy with a stick. "Oh, blind fellow, where do you want to go?" "Who are you, my dear child?" "No, I am some cowherd boy. I am a roaming boy. I roam here and there, aimless wanderer." "And what do? "I help such blind fellows." "Can I help you?" "Okay, come on." He stretches his stick to Surdas. The moment he touches the stick, he could understand it is some boy is not ordinary boy. He understood. Within a little time, the boy says, "My dear blind fellow, you have reached Vrindavan." "Okay, now I am going." He snatched the stick and fled away. So Surdas says, "My dear boy, you have run away from me physically, but if you can run away from my heart, then I will admit I will agree that you are a mighty fellow. Show me if you can get out from my heart. So this is how Lord helps. Many other cases. ये यथा माम प्रपद्यन्ते ताम तथैव भजाम्यहम् मम वर्तमान वर्तन्ते मनुष्याः पार्थ सर्वशः. If anyone worships me with selfish motives, I grant him the objects he desires for. If he worships me unselfishly for attaining knowledge of the self, I grant him moksha or final liberation. I am not at all partial to anyone. I have no mine and thine. I am impartial always. I respond to the exact motives and thoughts or desires the devotees have. There is a saying in Gita also, Chaturvidha bhajanti me. Four types, nobody wants to die. So at the point of death, everybody finds some way out. So naturally, of course in India, may not be in other countries, but God is so much one with the blood cells of Indians. Whenever they find some difficulties, oh God, oh my God, oh my God, hey Bhagavan, what will happen? So at the time of death, everybody thinks of God. There are many examples. The deer, the example of the deer to protect its small ones. He prayed God and God came to his rescue. And there was a hunter set fire all around and it was waiting for the deer to come and kill him. So at that exact moment, when seeing no way out, the deer thought of the Lord, oh Lord, please save me, my little ones, king of the elephants. There also similarly, at the time of death, there was no help from any source. Then the Lord comes to his rescue. Draupadi. So many examples are there. Artha, Jigyansu. Jigyansu, one who knows, wants to know how are you, my dear Lord? In what form you appear, what qualities you have. All these queries, Lord answers to all the queries of the devotees. A seeker, one who wants to know the God. Third, Artharthi, a person has something lacking, so he prays Lord for that. Everybody in this world, we feel the incompleteness and we have desires to get something. And when we try our whole life to get something, to fulfill our desires, when some strong desires are not fulfilled, of course, some get into anger, some get into other helplessness and they do something wrong. But some people, they pray God, oh my Lord, I don't have children. And they pray God by some means, by worship, by yajna, or by prayer, or any way they think of God, pray God, and they get the desires fulfilled. And fourth is a jnani. He thinks nothing else other than God. Everywhere the God is all pervading. So whatever he thinks, whatever he does, whatever he eats, drinks, or does, everything without thought of God, he does nothing. So all his actions become worship to the Lord. Jadasnasi, Jajjuhosi, Dadasi Jat, Jat Tapasvasi Kauntaya Tat Kuru Swamadarpanam. Whatever you eat, whatever you drink, whatever you do, whatever you sacrifice, O Arjuna, offer it to me. That will become your worship to me. So the devotees, while eating, we chant some mantras. Brahmarpanam, Brahma Avir, Brahma Agno, Brahmanahutam, Brahmeva Tena Gantavyam, Brahma Karma Samadhina. In this way, the devotees, they think of Lord in every action. That becomes worship to the Lord, and that way the wise people, they worship the Lord every way they can. So in this way, mainly four types of devotees, they worship the Lord. But besides all these, there are 1,000 types of devotees. Everybody will have a different way than the other. So in this way, people worship Lord in different ways, and Lord responds them in the same way. That is what he explains to Arjuna. And by all the ways, people worship me alone. Just as the raindrops from the sky fallen on the earth gets collected and reaches the ocean in the end. So whatever you do, directly, indirectly, knowingly or unknowingly, it goes to the Lord. So it is better to do it with awareness. All the paths from the foothills lead to the peak only. All the roads lead to Rome. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam tatheva vajamyam mama vartman vartante manusyaha partha sarvasaha. Kankshantah karmanam siddhim vajanta yadevataha क्षिप्रम ही मानुषे लोके सिद्धिर भवति कर्मजा. Now he is giving some different types, how the people come to me. Those who long for success in action in this world sacrifice to the gods, because success is quickly attained by men through action. Some people, they want to get the result of their actions very quickly, and positive reactions they need. So they conduct the sacrifices according to the laws of karma kand given in the Vedas. There are two ways. One is karma kand, other is the knowledge part. So many people follow the karma ways, but not selflessly, but selfishly, with a desire to get the result soon and positive results. So they conduct sacrifices, and this is what Lord also has given us before. Sahajagya praja srishtva purovacha prajapatim anena prasavisvadva esava astu ishtakamadhuk. By the medium of sacrifice, people, the human beings, earthly beings may help the subtler beings, the gods, and they may give their desired objects in return, and by cooperative this method, both you can progress in life, get success and progress. So this is how many people go to the karma kand path. They get the desired objects very soon by conducting yajnas. Kanchantaha karmanam siddhim. Those who long for success in action in this world sacrifice to the gods, because success is quickly attained by men through action. Shipram hi manuse loke siddhir bhavati karmaja. By doing actions in a particular way given by the Vedas, they get the result very soon. In this world, it is very difficult to attain to the knowledge of the self or self-realization. It demands perfect renunciation. It is not so easy. The aspirant should possess the four means. Four means to get the real knowledge of the self. You have to have discrimination, dispassion, and 6 types of rituals, good conducts, sat sampat, and titiksha, forbearance. So all these have to have in order to get the absolute knowledge of the self. It is not so easy a job. So people don't like to come to the knowledge path. It is very difficult. Many other virtues one should have and practice constant and intense meditation. But worldly success can be attained quickly and easily. Very soon they can get the result. And for a while to have realization of God, bahuna janmanamante jnanavanamam prapadyante. Why it takes so long time to realize the truth? He gives the qualifications. One should be qualified. For that qualification, one needs all these qualities. The first quality is to be desireless. We have seen desireless, attachment less, unattachment, and dispassion, discrimination, All these are not easy in our worldly day-to-day life, because since lives uncountable in the past, we have collected so much impressions, so much lives we have to lead in order to enjoy all those. Nothing is lost, everything is deposited in the storehouse of seeds. Nothing is lost. So in that way, we go on falling into the cycle of birth and death. There is no end to it. Unless and until we burn out all these seeds in the storehouse, we have to farm, we have to cultivate our land, because seeds are very precious. They cannot be simply thrown out. They have to germinate and get the result. So we have to wait for the time and conditions, favorable conditions. In that way, it is endless. Our journey of the life is endless, unending journey. So, somehow or other, in between, by our good virtues, if at all we get into good contact of wise men, satsang, and when our fate is awakened somehow or other, by the grace of Guru, by the grace of own self-effort, by the grace of the scriptures, by the grace of God, or when the favorable fate works favorably, then only persons get chance to go to the path of wisdom. And yet he has to face so many difficulties. Every step you have to face difficulties, because the path of goodness is always hard and effortsome. Without effort, hard effort, one never gets a success. Whereas in the negative paths, easily one can attain the results. So that is what he said. The people who desire for their result of the actions, they get it soon, and I give it. Let them be satisfied with that. If some beggar comes and asks, Swami ji, एक रुपया दे दो, ओ जाने वाले बाबू एक पैसा दे दो, तुम एक पैसा दोगे वो 1,00,000 देगा, गरीबों की सुनो वो तुम्हारी सुनेगा. Give me 1 pie. It is easy to throw a pie to the beggar, but one who wants a kingdom, can you give so easily? Our Russia wanted success in 2 days. Goody, get it. It is not so easy. Some hard job. So that is what Lord emphasizes upon. There are different ways, but people who desire for the success in action, they get it soon. And Very rarely people offer to the path of knowledge. The aspirant should success in the four means and many other virtues and practice constant and intense meditation. You have to forget about the world, but worldly success can be attained quickly and easily. The Vedic injunctions based upon caste and order are meant for the men of this world only. I have classified people in four ways according to their qualities and their way of actions, and that's how I have divided the society, and they go on doing their duties and they get their desired objects. Chaturvanyam maya sishtam guna karma vibhagasah tasya kartaram apimam vidya kartaram abhyayam. I have created four castes in the society in order to have law and order and easy go of life. The fourfold caste has been created by me according to the differentiation of gunas, qualities and karma, actions. Though I am the author thereof, know me as non-doer and immutable. I am not concerned. Yes. So tomorrow we shall see elaborately why these castes and creeds are created, what is the purpose, can it be deleted from the society, why did God wish it, what for, what is the benefit and what is the negatives in it. What happens in the course of time to these castes and creeds and the classified ways of society. Tomorrow we shall see further elaborately, because in India now we try, why Gandhiji said there should not be any caste, what was his motive behind it, and how it is yet deep rooted in the people, though we want there should not be any caste and creed, but it is impossible. How the Lord divided the society into four classes and what happened by it and what is happening now. We shall see tomorrow. Hari Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sadguru Bhagavan ki jai, Satchidananda Bhagavan ki jai, Krishna Bhagavan ki jai, Gita Mata ki jai. Hari Om.